TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
When this group of champions got together in Vegas, we knew there'd be rocky roads. Make this right! Make this right! We said when we started this, guys, the only thing that can break us up is us!
I want Sting! I want him at Destination X! I'm all in, Kurt!
Respect the family! And they cannot beat us!
Sting, you stand on a platform about integrity. Where in the hell is the integrity at after one of your brothers spit right in your face? Kurt, as the founder of TNA, I'm gonna grant you your wish. At Destination X, you guys are gonna fight it out over the TNA title.
Angle not only signs on the dotted line, then he takes the clipboard and hits Jarrett right in the head, Foley checking on the condition of Jarrett, and Angle attacks, and there's the Kurt Angle ankle lock. Oh, what a shot by Sting, the trademark baseball bat. And there it is, Sting puts pen to paper. How will the main event Mafia survive when Kurt Angle challenges Sting for the TNA title at Destination X?
I'm all in, Kurt!
Good evening and welcome to Impact. As the founder of TNA Wrestling, it gives me great remorse to announce that due to his actions last week as we went off the air, that Kurt Angle has been suspended by TNA Wrestling 1 week without pay. Now last week I clearly stated that not only am I an officer of the organization, but I am no longer an active wrestler. And despite my position, he not only attacked myself, but also the executive shareholder, Mick Foley, in a very violent and uncalled for manner. However, finding a silver lining in this dark cloud, TNA has donated Kurt's salary to a very worthy cause. Thanks and enjoy the show.
This week on Impact, how will the main event Mafia react to the news that their leader, Kurt Angle, has been suspended just 10 days before his TNA World Championship match against Sting at Destination X? It's Mike today, joined by Don West at ringside, and I understand that you are going to explain your comments and you're going to explain your actions from last week when you walked off the show.
Thanks, Mike. Last week I said some things, and I know I shocked a lot of people, and I said some things that were very out of character for who I am. I said some things that I know hurt fans, family, and friends. And I've done some soul searching, and I've looked in my heart, and people believe me. If I could have last week back again, I wouldn't change any of it. I apologize for nothing. I was right. And anybody that's ever been betrayed by a friend knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I'll tell you something. Until I hear differently, I'm a part of this announce team. There's not a damn thing you can do about it, Mike, today. So everybody, just chill, relax, sit back, grab a beer, and enjoy the ride. Bye-bye.
Enjoy the ride? Are you kidding me? I can see that the next 2 hours with you is going to be about as much fun as an emergency landing in the Hudson River. You know, I guess I probably wouldn't expect an apology from somebody so professional that he walks off in the middle of a broadcast and you didn't disappoint.
You know what, Mike? I'll tell you what, we've got a job to do tonight. Let's do it. There's so much going on in this show, and it is not about us. And I just, I made my point, and I feel very comfortable with it. And let's go to Mick Foley in the ring.
Thank you so much. It is great, with great pride that I introduce to you the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Sting.
And you will recall that last week, not only did Kurt Angle put Mick Foley in the ankle lock, Angle also attacked TNA founder Jeff Jarrett. That prompted Sting to not only clear the ring and make the save with his baseball bat, but also to sign his name on the contract for March the 15th at Destination X, when Sting defends the TNA World Heavyweight Championship against Kurt Angle. Plain and simple, the main event Mafia's implosion continues right before our very eyes.
Sting, this conversation's been a long time in the making. First of all, I want to publicly acknowledge you and thank you for saving me last week on Impact when I was trapped in Kurt Angle's ankle lock with no particularly good place to go. But as I think about it, I realize that's probably not the first time you've saved me, Sting. Now, 2 weeks ago on Impact, I took all our fans on a little trip, gave them a little lesson in Hardcore History 101, and I said if I had to look back and think of my most important moment, the most important moment of my career was the night I came out of a refrigerator box, knocked you out of the ring, climbed up on top of the second rope, and dropped the elbow of a lifetime. Now, Stinger, hey, you got to admit, it was a thing of beauty to see a guy that looked like me take flight like that. But the fact is, if it had been anyone else out there besides you, that move, as beautiful as it was, would not have meant a damn thing. Maybe it was the right move, but it was on the right guy at the right time, and that move, Sting, changed my life. Because it was with you. Everything I have, everything, the books, the fans, every bit of success goes back to that day 18 years ago. The first time you saved me. And now, after all these years, Stinger, I would like to save you. Because I would like to think, and I hope, that after Destination X, no matter what happens between you and Kurt Angle, win, lose, or draw, I would like to think that we've seen the last of the Stinger as part of the main event Mafia. You know why? Because TNA needs Sting back. Because I, Sting, as executive shareholder in TNA, I need Sting back. And most importantly, our fans. Our fans. They need Sting back too.
Mick, I really appreciate all of the nice, kind words, especially coming from somebody like you. It covers a lot of ground, and I mean that. Thank you very much. But in the same breath, I can't let an egomaniac named Kurt Angle determine whether or not I'm going to be part of the main event Mafia or not. And Kevin and Scott and Booker, I don't have a problem with any of those guys. As a matter of fact, I've got history with them. The same kind of history that I have with you, Mick.
With one major difference, Stinger. Maybe I flew off the second rope and crashed down on your sternum, but I never used you the way the main event Mafia is using you right now.
The plea by Mick Foley to Sting, interrupted by the main event Mafia. And as you can see, they are without their leader, the Godfather, Kurt Angle, suspended without pay, barred from the Impact Zone for his actions last week against both Jeff Jarrett and Mick Foley. Sting already said he doesn't have a problem with Kevin Nash, Scott Steiner, and Booker T, but I know he'll never forget Kurt Angle spitting in his face.
I'll tell you, one of the things that's going through my mind is how Jeff Jarrett and Mick Foley are doing their best to get Sting to leave the main event Mafia. I don't believe Sting wants to leave the main event Mafia. I think they'd be better served trying to get Kurt Angle out of the main event Mafia.
What are y'all bowed up for over there? Huh? You can relax. How long you been here, huh? Huh? You been here long enough, what? For a cup of coffee and a Danish? And all of a sudden you got some kind of idea about the landscape around here? I've been here a while. You don't know these little punks like I do. Steve, he's office, man. He's office. He ain't one of the boys. He's a stooge. He's a stooge, man. He might not have a suit on, but he's office. We're close, man. The last 5 months, the main event Mafia, we're that close. We're that close to doing what we came to do, to get the respect that we deserve.
Kevin, hold on a minute. That ticks me off right there, Kevin. I'm telling you, I don't have a problem with you, and I don't have a problem with you or you or you. But Kurt didn't respect me when he spit in my face, Kevin, and you know it. That's not respect, Kevin.
Steve, you ain't looking right now at Kurt. You're looking at me, Scotty, Book, and Charmel. Hey, man, we all knew when we got in this that Kurt was a hothead. But damn it, he's our hothead. And I'll tell you one thing right now. If I go to war, I want Kurt Angle next to me. But I sure as hell want you too. Now him and Jarrett, they painted you in a corner, man. I understand that. And now you guys gotta fight. But you can fight, man. You can fight like two warriors. You can fight with honor, dignity, and the most important thing, man, you can fight for respect. When it's over with, you guys can shake hands. Because at the end of the night, no matter what happens, if you win or Kurt wins, that belt stays in the family. That belt's still Mafia. And we're stronger than ever. Or the second objective, you turn your back and you walk away. You turn your back and you walk away. You don't finish what we set out to do. As far as I'm concerned, you might be able to live with that. Scotty, Book, Charmel, Kurt, we can't.
Kevin Nash getting into the head of Sting. What's it going to be? The fight for respect continue stronger than ever, or will Sting turn his back and walk away? Wait a minute, what's this all about? Kurt Angle suspended. He's barred from the building, but Kurt Angle just arrived at Impact. Before we hear from Lethal Consequences, let's preview the return of Ultimate X. It's back at Destination X.
The most memorable thing I think I've seen in the Ultimate X match was AJ was hanging and someone came along and drop kicked him, and he did that kind of, it was weird, it was like a flip.
You know what, there have been so many whole moments in those matches. I can't tell you how many times I've seen guys flip, fly, and flop off the top of those cables. And every time it happens, I'm equally surprised.
When Frankie Kazarian gave Christopher Daniels a cutter while Christopher Daniels was hanging upside down from the truss on the Ultimate X. Unbelievable. And, you know, also with Christopher Daniels jumping from a truss to the middle, you know, where the Ultimate X was, just crazy.
My most memorable moment in Ultimate X, I guess would have to be the second Ultimate X match. When I got to the middle and I was hanging on the belt, they decided to use electrical tape to hold the belt up there because the first time the belt kept falling down. So when I got to it and I started pulling on it and it just would not come off, so I put all my weight on it, and finally it broke away and I landed on my back pretty hard. And I guess I remember that just because it hurt so bad.
The best moment in an Ultimate X match would probably have to be, and there's some bias going into this because I can't stand this guy, Bashir. Right when he was about to get the X at one point, Kaz jumps off the top truss and leg drops Bashir, going pretty much through the mat.
I don't think you can make that match any more dangerous. Well, no, there is one thing you can do. Have a table underneath with some thumbtacks on it and light it on fire and let them drop and fall into that table.
If the Ultimate X could evolve, I'd like to see maybe something as crazy as an Ultimate X cage match. Who knows? Maybe that's the next step.
So funny to remove the video.
I'm here with Black Machismo Jay Lethal and Consequences Creed. And gentlemen, I have to ask, what is the occasion?
Occasion, Lauren, there's no occasion. Founder of TNA, Jeff Jarrett, just gave us a little extra bonus because he says we're the future of total nonstop action wrestling.
Wait a second. Bonus money? You're saying that Jeff Jarrett's bonus had nothing to do with Kurt Angle losing a week's pay? And that Jeff gave you guys money out of Kurt's paycheck for suits?
Out of Kurt's paycheck? What is she talking about?
I don't know. I'll tell you what's called it though, Lauren! The limousines! Ah! The limos! Jet fly! I tell you what's called it!
What are you doing? Jay!
Jay, what are you doing?
Whoa, wait a minute. Time out, wrong person.
Yeah.
Lauren feeling a little tiki guns, oh yeah. Having a little fun, huh? Look at these sharp threads. Wait a minute, can't have too much fun. Machine guns, remember those guys, huh? A lot of disloyalty, a lot of disloyalty being shown by the machine guns, right? Huh? We ain't gonna stand for this. No way, no how. You know why, Creed? Because this is just getting started right now, Just getting started because you and I, what? We got some ladders to climb. Ladders because new heights.
Let's go do
We got new heights to climb until the consequences are what?
Lethal, baby.
Whoa! Oh yeah! Where's the limousines?
2 championship matches tonight on a loaded edition of Impact. Up next, the No Limits X Division title is on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a one-fall contest. It is for the TNA X Division Championship. Introducing first the challenger, accompanied to the ring by the team of No Limit from Osaka, Japan, Kiyoshi.
Well, if you loved Global Impact last year, then you're going to love Global Impact too, as it's coming soon. As you see No Limit accompanying Kiyoshi in Tokyo, Japan this year, it was the IWGP Junior Tag Team Championships as No Limit took on our very own Motor City Machine Guns for one of the great matches of that night.
And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Chris Sabin and representing the Motor City Machine Guns, he is the TNA X Division Champion, Alex Shelley.
I have to admit, I've made an awful lot of accusations about the lack of loyalty that the Motor City Machine Guns have shown to the TNA frontline, but nobody can ever accuse Alex Shelley of not being a fighting champion. On the heels of successful title defenses, first at Against All Odds over Eric Young, then last week on Impact in a 4-way match. Tonight, Shelley agrees to once again put his X Division Championship at stake against Japan's Kiyoshi.
I mean, the guy doesn't have time to think about the front line. This guy's been defending his title, it seems like, every single week. And the amazing thing is Alex Shelley always seems to find a way to hold on to that X Division title belt.
And how about Kurt Angle? It's almost as if the Olympic gold medalist just feels that the rules do not apply to him. Disrespecting the wishes, the ruling of TNA founder Jeff Jarrett, Angle suspended for the week, And instead, Kurt Angle shows up tonight at Impact.
There's no way you're going to keep Kurt Angle out of this building tonight, especially when he feels that the main event Mafia's control is on the line. You know, I'd made mention of it here a little bit earlier that Sting doesn't want to leave the main event Mafia. I feel that deep down maybe he feels he is the leader of the main event Mafia, and Kurt Angle knows that, and he does not want to lose that control that he has of being the Godfather.
Jeff Jarrett and Mick Foley, they put their heads together. They came up with this ruling that Angle be suspended this week, and then he turns around and shows up. You know, it's almost as if Kurt Angle just keeps backing himself into his own corner.
So all the blame's being put on Kurt Angle.
You know what this boils down to is Kurt Angle literally spit in the face of the icon Sting. And then he figuratively spit in the face of TNA founder Jeff Jarrett by showing up at the Impact Zone tonight, even though he's suspended.
Well, you know what else I know?
You know what? I got an idea. Let's just focus on this match with the X Division title at stake. Alex Shelley defending against Kiyoshi, and the challenger right now appears to have confidence on his side.
You're right, Mike. We'll focus back on this match. I just wish you could look at this whole main event Mafia picture objectively instead of the one-sided bias that you seem to have.
Shelley charges up, meets Kiyoshi, who answers, caught him unaware with the chop, and then from the top, big chop right to the top of the head, and that took Shelley, turned him completely over. Kiyoshi cover, but Shelley kicks out.
I mean, great opportunity for Kiyoshi. I mean, you know, we mentioned it earlier. Alex Shelley's defending this belt week after week after week. I mean, it's got to be mentally taxing. I mean, how hard can it be? You got to keep every single week. You got to get yourself so prepared to hold on to that title, and eventually the numbers game's going to take over.
X Division back in the spotlight, upcoming March 15 at Destination X. It is the return of the dangerous, no limits Ultimate X matchup.
Another great thing about Destination X is that we're finally going to see Kurt Angle and Sting inside that ring for all the marbles, for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And you just know that Kurt Angle is going to finally get that job done and going to finally be able to work it out to where he brings that belt home. And he is the true leader of the main event Mafia.
We'll find out at Destination X the entire future, in my opinion, of the main event Mafia at stake as Shelley comes off the middle rope, splashes down onto Kiyoshi, waits for him to get to his feet, and as soon as he does, drops him on his head, goes right for the pin, leg hook, 2 count only.
Amazing, though, that Alex Shelley just able to somehow turn this thing back around, get the momentum, go back his way. I mean, this guy really has turned out to be such an incredible X Division champion. I mean, he just shows you so much every time you see him.
Kick into the midsection, gonna go for sliced bread in the corner. Kiyoshi able to shoot him off into the turnbuckles. Then Shelley sidesteps Kiyoshi and comes in, gonna set him up. Tried to go for the DDT. Instead, Kiyoshi catches him with a boot in the side of the face.
That was one of those situations where Alex Shelley looked like he was just unsure of what he was trying to do, and he committed himself, and you got to give Kiyoshi credit. He was waiting for him and turned it around.
Challenger going to try and finish off the champion off the chop, lateral press, but Shelley gets the shoulder up before 3, and still life left in the X Division champion in this title match. Kiyoshi motions that he's going to finish Shelley off once and for all.
Well, he better go up there quickly if he's going to get it done, because you saw that Alex Shelley just reacts so much by instinct, and there's another situation. I think Alex Shelley just played possum and just set Kiyoshi up, turned it around.
Diving headbutt missed. Shelley answers, catches him with the brainbuster. And now Shelley, he's going to go high risk. Here goes the champ out to the top. And Alex Shelley from the top rope.
Oh, he's just dying to do this frog splash. Setting himself up. Beautiful.
Here's your winner and still TNA X Division champion, Alex Shelley.
We talked about it before the matchup. What a fighting champion Alex Shelley has been since becoming X Division title holder. Yet another, well, I was just going to say yet another title defense and another win, and then the lights go out in the Impact Zone.
I mean, what is this? Every time these guys wrestle their hearts out there, all of a sudden here comes this suicide, always catching them when these guys are wore out and tired, and gets them when they're not prepared.
Spectacular entrance of Suicide, much like we saw last week on Impact. He's got Sabin in trouble right now. Series of rapid-fire knees into the head, and then he drives Sabin right into his gun's partner, Shelley.
I mean, we know this guy's talented. We can see that. I would just love to see this guy from start to finish in a match. I mean, see what he can do as the time goes on instead of just coming in with these blindsided missions that he has.
How about the impact of that drop kick that sends Saban reeling right into the corner?
Well, I mean, when you're catching somebody when they're wore out and tired, it's going to be a lot easier to drop kick them.
Champion Alex Shelley gets sent overhead. Suicide surveys the situation, seeing that he's laid out both members of the Motor City Machine Guns. And this is a familiar sight. Once again, Suicide picks up the X Division Championship belt of Alex Shelley.
I'll tell you what, I got a novel idea. Instead of just picking up the X Division belt and posing with it and looking at it, why don't you inject yourself into the championship? Why don't you get yourself into Ultimate X at Destination X? Let's see what you can do there. I mean, hey, Jim Cornette, if you're listening, let's put Suicide in that match.
Lights go out in the impact zone and then come back on, and Suicide has disappeared. I'm actually going to agree with you for once. To many, the Ultimate X, it's the proving ground for the entire X Division. I'd like to see Suicide at Destination X as well.
The Ultimate X, a proving ground.
A proving ground.
A stage for the athletes of tomorrow, the TNA X Division. Adrenaline junkies pushing themselves
to the limit.
These risk takers thrive off of big air and extreme action. They bring it all and leave nothing behind. It's not about weight limits. It's about no limits. TNA Wrestling. TNA Wrestling.
Cross the line.
Are you nuts? Jeff Jarrett's already banned you from the building, and you know he'd just love to suspend you for a month. You need to licky spit on out of here, man.
Jarrett didn't do crap. Okay, what do you do? Fry me a few bucks and tell me not to show up? I'm Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist. He's Jeff Jarrett, a washed-up has-been wannabe. I'm not gonna listen to him.
I guess not. I mean, you didn't listen to us last week. We told you what was going to happen if you put your hands on Jarrett. Now you're going to have to deal with those consequences. Why don't you do yourself a favor, man, and just go home. And on top of that, the last thing we need is any more headaches between you and Sting.
That's right. That's right. Headaches? Sting? Who said anything about that? Guys, I'm here to have fun. Isn't that what this business is all about, having fun?
Yeah, maybe so, but peep this out. I heard Jarrett gave away your weekly salary. Front line, them guys out buy new suits. With your money, I'm talking about the monies, man.
New suits?
Man, why you always repeating yourself, man? Yeah, new suits with your scratch. You dig?
With my money?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. If it was my money, then it's my property. So tonight, in the spirit of good fun, I'm going to go retrieve my property.
Oh, man.
See, guys, I'm not uptight.
You see what I'm saying, man? This is exactly
I love it when Kurt gets that look in his eye.
Exactly, man. Hey.
Before we hear from Beer Money Incorporated, let's go back and revisit the off-the-wagon challenges from the past 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks ago that Petey Williams caught that last call right in the jaw and caused him to leave TNA. And last week, Lance Rock fell victim as well.
Now let's hear from Beer Money Incorporated.
Beer Money, in the last 2 weeks, you guys have literally put 2 TNA wrestlers on the unemployment line. Times are tough. You have got to have some compassion.
Times are tough. Times are
There's
tough.
a recession going on. Kevin realized it.
You're damn right they're tough, Lauren. Oh, God. The fact is, with this recession, I have lost a truckload of money. And the only problem is that I have truckloads more. Look, I don't care about those slobs or their families. There's lots of other jobs. Just because you're not in TNA anymore, boys. Boo freaking who. Go get another job. Work in a soup kitchen for all I care. Look, Storm and I made it very, very clear when we issued the Off the Wagon Challenge. You win, you get the TNA World Tag Team titles. You lose, you get pinned, you go home. It's not rocket science. What part of this don't you understand?
English, man! Damn! LAX does not understand English. You see, Hernandez, Homicide, one of you guys are going home tonight for good. No more paychecks, no more pesos, no more cervezos, no more buying those fine clothes that you wear to the ring that you got from the Goodwill. It's over. It's done. Finite. You like?
Well, finite's French.
Exactly. It's not English.
Right.
And you asked him, is he sorry? You should ask me, because I am sorry about your damn luck. Let's go, Robert. Whoa. What the? Jackie. Sorry about that.
God.
Let's go, Jackie.
If you haven't experienced TNA Live, this is your chance to cross the line with the TNA Respect Tour. The battle between the Main Event Mafia and the TNA Frontline rages on in a city near you. And on April the 19th, TNA Wrestling is coming to Philadelphia for the very first time for Lockdown.
And still to come, tonight here on Impact, it's the Off the Wagon Challenge for the TNA World Tag Team titles. It's Beer Money Incorporated against LAX.
Also, there's going to be a 4-corner knockout tag match.
And get ready for the Blueprint Matt Morgan one-on-one against Shane Sewell.
And even though Jeff Jarrett has suspended him for the week, Kurt Angle is indeed here in the building.
And we are interrupted at the broadcast table by the appearance of the Latin American Exchange. Think of this situation for Hernandez and Homicide. They still have their feast or fired cases, meaning Supermex Hernandez has an upcoming shot at the TNA World title. Homicide has a chance at the TNA X Division title, but they're putting up their careers tonight to get a shot at the TNA Tag Team Championship.
I mean, we know how talented these guys are, but I question this move. I mean, you have a chance to lose out on your X Division title shot and your World Championship title shot if something happens and you lose that match tonight. I don't understand it.
Beer Money, tonight, neither one of us are going home. Tonight, we reclaim our barrio. Tonight, LAX becomes World Tag Team Champions once again.
We know it's high risk, but will there be a reward for LAX? We'll find out later tonight on Impact.
Yeah. Man, come on, man. I need you guys to get up. Hey, I promise you, he's gonna be here tonight. Yeah, man, come on. Look here. He need to learn a lesson. This is tough love. He need to learn the same lesson I learned a long time ago. Everybody know my story. Everybody know the road I went down when I was a criminal too. It ain't like that no more, man. When you gonna get here? Yo, you wait. All right. I'm gonna set him up and you gonna take him down. All right.
Main Event Mafia are keeping it interesting.
I wonder how Black Snow was saying. It's going down tonight. Yes. And we'll be back in a minute. And this is Black Snow.
TNA Wrestling's biggest pay-per-view of the year, Bound for Glory, is now on DVD with more bonus material than ever before.
Here we are in Chicago, Illinois. It's been a long time coming. It's a great night.
TNA Bound for Glory is the most loaded DVD to date. Experience all the extras, the post-match interviews.
I'm the world champion 3 years in a row.
And take a special look behind the scenes at TNA's Bound for Glory commercial. TNA Home Video presents Bound for Glory. Available now on DVD.
At Destination X, which lucky fan gets a chance to rock ODB's world? We'll find out March 15th.
She's seen the field. America's finest have made their appeals, and her choice is coming soon.
I'm gonna take you straight to Never Neverland, because once you get in, you ain't gonna get out! Boom!
My name is Cody Diener, and I'm from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I think you should pick me to spend the night with you, so we can shotgun beers all night long.
You know, DP, I've been admiring yours for a long time. I really like your style. Got a friend in the beverage industry that got some stroke with. I think we might be able to get you some adult beverages that you can consume on your own time. And one more thing. Do I ever have a stimulus package for you?
Well, ODB, it's like this. I figure since you're looking for a date, I'd throw my net in the water and see if I could pull in any fish or shrimp or crabs. Well, maybe not crabs. ODB, let me put it to you like this. Have you ever been eaten by a shark? Well, if you come drink some clam juice with Shark Boy, I'll let you see my other fin. I'm talking about the big one. And that's a fishing line, because Shark Boy said so.
Who will be the lucky person that gets to spend the night with ODB? Find out when ODB announces her new mate to the world at Destination X.
You want to buy a suit with my money? Huh? You want to buy a suit with my money? You're nothing. You're nothing.
Kurt Angle attacking Consequences Creed. He told us he was going to take back his property.
Damn!
What a chair shot!
You're nothing, man. You killed Jarrett. I'm coming after him. He wants to take my money.
tell him this. Yeah! I want my damn suit back. I want my money back. Hey, get away from me. Hey, come on. This is mine. Get away from me. Get out of my way. That's all right. Come on. This is mine. This is mine. You tell Jarrett I'm gonna get his.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a four-corner knockout tag team match. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one, accompanied by Q-Tip, Angelina Love, and Velvet Sky. They are the Beautiful People.
Earlier tonight, we could see that it didn't sit well with Kurt Angle when Booker T told him that the money from his paycheck during Angle's one-week suspension was being used to buy new suits for members of the TNA frontline. Kurt vowed to take back his property, and we just saw exactly that. He mauls Consequence's creed and rips the suit right off of his back.
Well, that's one thing you got to respect about Kurt Angle. I mean, he does what he says he's going to do. He said he was going to get his property back, and he did. And then that being said, let's enjoy the view of the beautiful people entering into the ring. Good camera work.
Team number two, first from Syria, Aisha Saeed. Her tag team partner stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighs 272 and 3/8 pounds, and is the TNA Women's Knockout Champion, Awesome Kong.
The heated situations among the TNA Knockouts. Front and center during this four-way tag team match. Knockout champ Awesome Kong, Raisha Saeed, furious that Sojourner Bolt became Kong's #1 contender and that Sojo recruited Raka Khan to join her as they made their split and broke away from the Kongtaraj.
Team number three, first from the Isle of Man, Raka Khan. Her tag team partner from Memphis, Tennessee, Sojourner Bolt.
The opportunity to take a shot at the Knockout Championship. Just too strong of a temptation for Sojourner Bolt. She gets her chance at Kong at Destination X.
And the final team accompanied to the ring by the Governor from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Killer Wild. Her tag team partner from New Orleans, Louisiana, the Hardcore Knockout, Roxy.
Well, Taylor Wilde wised up this week and brought back Roxy as her partner. Don't know what she was thinking last week when she teamed up with Madison Rayne, but you know, I want to talk about this Sojourner Bolt Raka Khan situation, Mike. I mean, here's somebody that to me just made a bad move. Think about this. You're on the inside. You get to get as much information of Awesome Kong as you can. I mean, you can learn everything you want to learn because you're in camp with her. And now, by separating yourself, you have put yourself in a bad situation, and plus, you kicked off Awesome Kong to boot. And that's the last thing I'd want to face at Destination X is a kicked off Awesome Kong.
You said that you don't know why Taylor Wilde would try to help somebody like Madison Rayne. You know, I guess I wouldn't expect somebody like you to understand when a person with experience takes someone who's green under their wing and then they just end up getting stabbed right in the back.
Well, you know what they say about opinions, and you know what? Everybody has one. But you know what? Let's just rise above all that, and let's call this match.
Hardcore Knockout Roxy in representing her team against Sojourner Bolt. You see from outside, Angelina Love of the Beautiful People with the kick to the back of Roxy. That enables Sojo to go for the slam and right into the pin, but the Governor's up. And the Governor has the attention of referee Slick Johnson.
Well, speak of the devil, look who's walking down the ramp, Madison Rayne. and you gotta wonder what's on her mind and on the mind of the beautiful people.
And we are back on Impact MHD, the continuation of this four-way knockout tag team match. Beautiful people, they're in total control right now as you see Angelina turn it over to Velvet.
I mean, you have to be impressed with the beautiful people, the last few weeks especially. I mean, ever since they were embarrassed by the Governor and Taylor Wilde and Roxy, I mean, them along with Q-Kip have really got their game in the best form imaginable, and they have really been stepping it up, especially Velvet Sky.
Got to agree, nobody likes being humiliated on national television, and we have seen the beautiful people looking for revenge in recent weeks.
Speaking of revenge, you know Awesome Kong's going to be looking forward to Destination X to get her hands on former Entourage member Sojourner Bolt. We haven't gotten to see her in action here thus far, but you know she's just chomping at the bit. You can see Raisha Saeed, here she comes.
What a boot from Roxy into the face of Raka Khan. Then down goes Saeed, then down goes Sojourner Bolt, and there's a big forearm shot to the chest of Awesome Kong, and Hardcore Knockout Roxy tried to follow up in the corner, got sent down by Awesome Kong, and now the double team with the beautiful people. Oh, look at Sojo get tossed out to the floor by Kong.
Well, you saw where Kong went. I mean, she had radar focused right on Sojo and just went right after her. And I'll tell you what, there might not be nothing left of Sojo for Destination X.
Roxy shot across by Angelina and Velvet. Puts on the brakes, answers back, first with one boot and then clothesline off the ropes. Oh, Roxy gets to her feet, gets ducked by Angelina, and here comes the Governor into the action.
Well, everything just broke down, and the Governor here sneaks in while the referee's distracted. There's no place for in this matchup.
Governor just hit the Thriller from Wasilla on Angelina Love. Gonna set it up here for the Voodoo drop from Roxy. Oh, instead she gets kneed right in the face by Angelina. Madison Rayne comes down from the ramp and hits Roxy with a missile drop kick while the referee was distracted by Q-Kip.
I mean, she waited, perfect timing, and there you see the lights out by Angelina Love, and that's what I'm talking about, the beautiful people. They have stepped up their game.
Beautiful people!
Well, if we ever had any doubts about who Madison Rayne was aligned with, I think they've all been answered. Madison Rayne, 100% with the beautiful people. Let's get an update from Jeff Jarrett. Take it, JB.
Jeff Jarrett, 2 weeks ago, Kurt Angle spit in the face of Sting. And with all due respect, tonight it looks like he's done the same thing pretty much to you. Are there going to be any repercussions for this?
You damn right there's going to be. I can promise you that, JB. I can promise you that.
What do you mean? What kind of repercussions?
The issues between AJ Styles and Booker T center on Booker's Legends Championship, a title belt that's now in AJ's possession.
Whoa, wait a minute! He's back! The phenomenal AJ Styles! I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I grew up dirt poor. And what got me from there to here was a dream to be the best professional wrestler in the world. A legend. Main Event Mafia, it's time for AJ Styles to step up and be that legend.
AJ's got that Legends title belt up on his shoulder.
AJ Styles, what he did was stole something from me. He didn't take anything.
Is there Mr. Huffman here?
Right here, man. We got the police, we got the FBI on the job, you dig? Gold, diamonds, rubies, sapphires, everything, man. That's a felony, ain't it? How much time is that? 3 to 5? 5 to 10? Somebody need to do something about this guy, man. You don't be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. You know what that means? It's poke going to jail. Grand theft, assault, and battery. I'm talking about this guy right now. He's armed and dangerous, man. You need to do something. You need to get this out of the street. AJ Styles, his punk ass going to jail, and you can count on it. Sucker!
Well, obviously, Booker T is none too happy that the phenomenal AJ Styles has his Legends Championship. But you know, I think he's equally PO'd that AJ has outsmarted him and stayed one step ahead of him week after week.
You know, I gotta be honest, after all these years, I can't even believe that AJ Styles can resort to these cowardly tactics of hitting somebody from behind. He did like this as an example.
Oh, come on, Don. I mean, be serious. Enough is enough. Let's put last week behind us. And let's rise above this nonsense.
Yo, I just want to get some off my chest here for a second here. You know, everybody been checking out what's going on over the past few weeks with myself and AJ Styles. You know, everybody heard me talk about AJ Styles living in a trailer park. Everybody heard me talk about AJ Styles frequent truck stops. Everybody heard me just low rate AJ Styles from that whack town in Georgia. But I want to say right now, I want to go on the record and say I was wrong. I was wrong about what I said about AJ Styles. You see, I was trying to show AJ Styles some tough love, but AJ Styles showed me something. He showed me how to be humble. So right now, what I want to do is, I just want to bring AJ Styles out here right now so we can squash this whole thing, man. He can bring me my title back. I ain't gonna press no charges. We gonna squash this. We gonna shake hands because I know AJ Styles, this gonna make him a better man. Just like it made me a better man once upon a time. So AJ, come on out, man. We brothers. Let's squash this, dog. Come on out. You see, AJ, I know you wondering. I started, this my dog. He just out here with me, man. We roll all the time, but he ain't gonna do nothing. I promise you that, AJ. Just come on out and bring me back my property, dog. AJ, bring your punk out here and give me my damn property right now. I'm gonna come kick your.
The longer that Booker talks, the more that you can see that his apology is anything but sincere.
I mean, AJ Styles has done some stupid things here in the recent weeks, but he'd be an idiot to come out here right now and face this setup.
And as you can see, it is AJ coming into the ring, but from behind, and the Legends Championship goes right to the back of Scott Steiner's head, and look at Styles unload on Booker T.
Well, you wouldn't expect it any other way, coming in from the blind side where nobody can see him, but this time the numbers game is going to catch up to him. As you can see, the main event Mafia, that was why Booker T brought Scott Steiner out here with him. That was a smart move.
Well, you just said that he'd be an idiot to come out here at all.
Well,
And now you're going to get on AJ Styles because he comes up from behind when there's two guys in the ring, and now the 2-on-1 beatdown. AJ in trouble, Steiner holding him, Booker right in his face, and he just paint crushed him.
Sometimes you got to be smart enough to know to fight another day, and I mean, the main event Mafia, this is exactly what Booker T wanted, and he's feeling it.
AJ able to duck the Booker clothesline, and he picks up the Legends title and scoots right out of the ring.
This is not what you think you can back. You ain't got nothing back. You ain't get nothing back. You ain't get ready to get back. What? What do you think about that?
And as much as you gotta love the enthusiasm of AJ Styles, what happens here is he falls directly into the trap that was set by Booker T as the authorities place the handcuffs on AJ Styles, and Booker T picks up his Legends Championship belt as AJ is escorted from the Impact Zone.
Oh my God! One of the cops is Samoa Joe!
And we thought that Booker T had set up AJ Styles, when in actuality, it was Samoa Joe who's one step ahead of Scott Steiner. Look at this knife. That's that Samoan tribal knife that we saw last week.
Samoa Joe's freaking insane. I mean, this guy's crazy. This nation of violence thing has just gone way too far.
Too far? I think we're just seeing the beginning of Samoa Joe's nation of violence. And when it comes to dealing with the main event Mafia, I have to tell you, I can't blame Samoa Joe.
I am so sick of you, Mike, today. You treat the main event mafia like they're the Antichrist and you condone Joe's actions. I mean, let's face it, the main event mafia is the best thing going today.
TNA Wrestling is now available on iTunes.
Can't you dig that?
It's all the high-flying, total non-stop action that will knock you out. Everything TNA Wrestling is just a click away.
There's gotta be broken bones, broken ribs. This is brutal.
Download your favorite TNA Impact episodes from Spike TV, DVDs, superstar theme music, and exclusive free TNA podcasts. Connect to all the action today. TNA Wrestling on iTunes. Available now.
Everyone is just so sick of your bias, Mike. I mean, just face it. It's the main event mafia that's driving the ratings bus here at TNA.
Get out of your dream world. Take a look at your monitor. You see that Booker sets up AJ. He has him arrested. Samoa Joe one-up Scott Steiner. This is just the start of the nation of violence.
Well, he better gear up if he's going to deal with the main event mafia because they'll destroy him.
Destroy him? We'll find out. I'm going to apologize for you one more time. Let's see what's going down outside the impact zone.
Do not even apologize for me today.
You like that, huh? Yeah, you going to jail. First class fellas. Yeah, class A fellas. That's 5 to 10. Your going to CC. They gonna lock your punk up.
Lock them up. Lock them up.
Yeah, that's right, AJ. Guess what? Guess what? Your punk going to jail. I see your. They gonna put your ass in there with Bubba. Bubba gonna hell tonight. Nah. How you like that?
Can you believe the road that Booker T takes? His form of revenge against AJ Styles is to bring the authorities in, call the police, and have AJ arrested.
You're kidding me. I mean, you serious? AJ Styles has stolen his Legends belt that's worth over $200,000. He's been hitting him with a sneak attack every chance he can. Booker T's never had a chance. AJ's done nothing but blindside him.
You get your revenge in the ring. Have a match. Settle it in the six-sided ring.
That's your comeback.
It's the comeback that makes sense.
I just can't look. I just can't do this anymore, man. Right now, not tonight. I just can't look at your face.
You're gonna pull this crap again?
Believe him.
And just like we saw earlier with Kurt Angle's beatdown of Consequences Creed, Angle is now, taking it out on Black Machismo Jay Lethal. What is Kurt Angle proving? He's out here, he's beating up the youngest guy in the TNA roster, and Lethal fighting back with those big shots before Angle cuts him off and rakes his eyes. Kurt Angle, why didn't you walk into the office of Jeff Jarrett and confront the TNA founder? That's the guy that you have a problem with. That's the guy that suspended you, and that's the guy who gave your paycheck to the TNA frontline. There's the Angle slam. He told us earlier he was going to take back his property. Can we get some help out here for Jay Lethal? And again, Angle tears the suit coat off the back of Black Machismo. Kurt Angle is disgusting, just like my broadcast partner, Don West. Let's get Jeff Jarrett's reaction. Take it, JB.
I've seen enough. I was hoping it didn't come to this, but Kurt leaves me no choice.
Hey, where are you going? What are you going to go there and fight him? What are you doing?
No, I'm going to go out there and kick his.
Jeff, are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, you're...
And while we try to regroup here on Impact, it's time to once again check on Abyss in therapy with Dr. Stevie.
Dr. Stevie, my neighbor down the road, Huey, he enlightened me about something really cool this week. You know that cartoon, Tom and Jerry, the one with the cat and the mouse that are always fighting and scratching and getting after each other? Well, at the end of every show, it always appears that they're friends again. For years and years, I racked my brain. I couldn't figure out why. And then Huey enlightened me. He told me that they're not really fighting,
actually playing. That's really deep, man. That's really deep. Who would have thought, Dr. Stevie? Who would have thought?
It's very interesting, Chris, but what I really want to talk about is the weapons. I want to talk about the weapons and the brutality that you used to do all the time in your living. My question to you is, have you become less dependent on both?
Dr. Stevie, no more weapons. No more weapons, Dr. Stevie, between you and my girlfriend, Lauren. I'm cured. I'm totally cured now, Dr. Stevie. No worries.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Fairfield, Connecticut, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
The problems between Matt Morgan and Abyss that led to the violent split among this team that so many of us really felt had the potential to be tag team champions has really yet to be resolved. Abyss can claim that he's cured when it comes to his dependency on weapons, but to me there's no way that Matt Morgan is just moving on.
His opponent from Tampa, Florida, Shane Sewell.
TNA referee Shane Sewell still looking to prove himself as an in-ring competitor, and he has a very stiff test tonight in the 7-foot, 300-pound Blueprint, Matt Morgan. We know Shane Sewell has the fire. He has the experience of years wrestling around the world, but is he going to be able to physically compete with the DNA of TNA, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan? And that's the question that we are about to answer here tonight on Impact. And I just have to get this off my chest. My broadcast partner has done it again. He just cannot handle a difference of opinion, and Don West has walked off of Impact for the second week in a row. You know, in all my years of broadcasting, I was never disrespected like I was last week by Don. And then to have it happen for a second week in a row, we have seen Kurt Angle totally disrespect Sting, spitting in the face of the icon. We've also seen what he's done tonight, disrespecting the founder of TNA, Jeff Jarrett. And now, once again, we have seen Don West disrespect me and disrespect you, ladies and gentlemen, by walking off this Impact show. And Shane Sewell tries to get a comeback rolling with that drop kick, comes off the ropes, flying forearm shot. That takes down the big Blueprint, Matt Morgan. Quickly, Sewell drops out to the floor. Morgan in pursuit. Sewell stays one step ahead of him, slides back in. And when Morgan tries to come back in, referee Shane Sewell is ready for him, and he's got him crouched on that top rope. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm now getting word that TNA Management's Jim Cornette has taken back the Legends Championship belt from Booker T. Powerful, impactful move by Morgan. I'm trying to get more details on that. Shane Sewell on the receiving end as Morgan with the blatant chokehold right in front of referee Earl Hebner. We saw Booker T have possession of the title belt when the authorities were taking AJ Styles away. But now, Jim Cornette, I think he wants to make the proper decision. He wants to get control of this situation. Jim Cornette has taken back for TNA Management that Legends Championship, and I can tell you that Booker T is PO'd. And just that quickly, the Blueprint has turned it back around in his favor. Morgan playing to the crowd. Shane Sewell trying to get back up to his feet. Morgan back on the offensive. Grabs him by the hair. Gets right in his face. And here comes that 300-pounder across and crashing down with all of his weight. That's why I'm the Blueprint. Right across the back of Shane Sewell. As Shane gets back up, Morgan's prepared to unleash more offense. Going to take him up into the air and high overhead with the fall-away slam. He has been so dominant in this matchup. The one bit of offense, the flurry from Sewell, and that's been it. And now you can see that the Blueprint, Matt Morgan, had Shane down for what was an obvious 3 count, but before referee Hebner can count 3, he pulls him back up. He wants to dish out more punishment, but when he turns around, he's going to find a fired-up Shane Sewell, and that's exactly what's happening. Series of right hands to the top of the head. Morgan, sent for the ride, puts on the brakes, he just won't go. This time Sewell rakes the eyes of Morgan, attempt to shoot him off at the counter, swing and a miss with the clothesline, and Shane fires up, but he walks right into what looks to be a chokeslam. And as referee Hebner turns his back, Shane connects with the low blow, and now Shane Sewell is going to go high risk, headed up to the top. Oh, went for the cross body block off the top. Morgan sidestepped him and just fly swatted him down to the canvas. Going to bring him in. Going to hit that detonation button. Going to check his watch for time, and now he's going to take him up into the air and power him down with the elevator.
Here's your winner, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
Matt Morgan victorious over Shane Sewell. Well, we're going to take another look at this impressive finishing move. High up into the air goes Shane Sewell, and directly down onto his back, courtesy of the Blueprint, Matt Morgan. And now Morgan has dropped out to the arena floor at the impact zone. He's gone underneath the ring, and he's picking up a bag that we're going to guess contains either tacks or glass, those weapons that have been so synonymous with his former tag team partner, the Monster Abyss.
You see this right here? This is the most important thing in the world to that sideshow Abyss. Not fame, not even fortune, hell, not even women. No, these ridiculous, stupid thumbtacks. Now everybody knows that Abyss can't compete with Matt Morgan in any way, shape, or form. Think about it. I graduated college first in my class while playing 2 sports to boot. Abyss? Hang on, Abyss? Abyss is a mental patient who needs to see a therapist. I mean, really. I, on the other hand, I am the very DNA of TNA. I am the blueprint of the perfect athlete. So since I can't grab Abyss and actually pull him up to the Blueprint's level, I'm actually going to sink down to Abyss's level. And at Destination X, Abyss, I know you're listening. I'm challenging you to your very own match. A match of 10,000 tacks. And Abyss, I'm going to be the very first man in TNA to make you tuck your ugly tail, put it between your legs, and never come back.
Matt Morgan issues the challenge for Destination X. He wants to beat Abyss in his own game. The challenge for the match of 10,000 tacks. Let's go to Lauren with Eric Young.
Eric Young, you are the last man standing tonight with a suit on from the front line. A suit that was purchased with Kurt Angle's money. Aren't you the least bit concerned that this may put you on his wish list?
Wish list? You think I'm on Kurt's wish list? Isn't that cute? You know, I'm actually a little mad that he hasn't thanked me because I got this sweet suit, if you couldn't tell, at Salvation Army. It's 50% off everything on Wednesdays. Now, the rest of the money, he's not going to be getting that back because I got a really cool surround sound system for my game room. Now, Kurt, you're welcome over to play anytime. And as the late George Thorogood said, man, I know you're outdoor.
Oh, God! Oh, my God! Eric!
Well, first it was Consequences Creed, then it was Jay Lethal, and now it's TNA Frontline member Eric Young feeling the wrath of Kurt Angle. Security in to try and separate and break it up. I gotta tell you this, there has to be a showdown tonight. A showdown between Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett.
You tell Jarrett. Leave it for Jarrett. When the Main Event Mafia was created, we made a pact.
Family first!
Nobody respects you around here, Kurt, because it's always been about you.
Sting, you're a fake, a phony, a hypocrite, and a disgrace to the family.
Kurt, you want to spit in my face? I'm all in!
I'm gonna take your title, all right. I will win your career.
TNA Wrestling presents Destination X, live Sunday, March 15th on pay-per-view.
Kurt Angle's disrespect of TNA management has infuriated Jeff Jarrett. Let's check out what's going on in the office of the TNA founder.
Jeff, I'm telling you, this is a bad idea, a real bad idea. You said it yourself. You're no longer an active wrestler. You keep playing with a snake, you're going to get bit sooner or later.
I ain't putting up with this crap.
But Jeff, I'm just telling you, it's a bad... What if you get hurt? What happens to the company? Mick, please try to talk some sense into him. Tell him something.
Once a wrestler, always a wrestler, Jimmy. It's in our blood. Jeff, you do what you have to do out there. Just be careful when you're doing it.
You damn right, Mick. You sure this is gonna...
This is gonna be over with in 2 weeks. I give you my word, Jeff. This is my fight with Kurt, so let me fight it.
I'll tell you what, Sting. I promise you one thing. I'll leave a piece of him for you.
Success is a relative term. I have been a world champion everywhere I have been, but I crossed a line and left it all behind to follow my heart. I had a dream and founded TNA. The dream became a reality, the reality a phenomenon. But the journey has been tough, challenging, at times nearly debilitating. During the darkest times, I persevered and learned one important lesson. Adversity introduces a man to himself. TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
Jeff Jarrett's not going to wait for Sting to get Kurt Angle at Destination X, but first, LAX puts their careers at stake for a shot at the tag titles.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an off-the-wagon challenge for the TNA World Tag Team Championship. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one, accompanied by Jacqueline. They are the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Cowboy James Storm and Robert Roode. Here, Money Incorporated.
The efforts of Beer Money Incorporated in their own off-the-wagon challenge has resulted in both Petey Williams and Lance Rock losing their livelihoods. Yes, Rock, Williams lose both their TNA careers, their history. James Storm and Robert Roode, quite honestly, couldn't be more proud that they've eliminated them from the roster.
And ladies and gentlemen, the challengers representing the Latino Nation, Homicide and Hernandez, the Latin American.
One thing for sure, LAX not afraid to roll the dice. Stepping up to answer. Beer Money Incorporated's off-the-wagon challenge has to be the ultimate gamble for Homicide and Hernandez, especially in light of their feast or fired cases. Referee Rudy Charles, he has the championship belts. He presents them. LAX hopes to regain those titles. And the Latin American Exchange, they have to be confident that they have Beer Money's number, because if they don't, either Homicide or Hernandez will join Petey Williams and Lance Rock in the unemployment line. Going to start it off with Homicide against the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm, and Storm right off the top, going to try and neutralize Homicide, instead gets shot off into the ropes, and as Storm comes charging off the ropes, Homicide is prepared. He uncoils, he uncorks the elbow, and now turns things over to Big Supermex and tags in Hernandez. Again, keep in mind, down the line at some point, Homicide has a shot at the X Division Championship. Hernandez has an upcoming chance to become TNA World Heavyweight Champion, all because of Feast or Fired. But LAX is so confident that they can become Tag Team Champions that, in effect, they could be giving up those shots, because in this off-the-wagon challenge. If they lose, the loser of the fall must leave TNA forever. Double team move by Beer Money. Attempt to get Hernandez off his feet. He fights him off, and instead, you see Big Supermax take over, both members of Beer Money Incorporated, and then turn things over to Homicide. Homicide gonna fly off the ropes. Baseball slide drop kick. Takes down 2 for the price of 1. Both Storm and Rude down on the floor. Communication here between Homicide and Hernandez takes his own partner up on his back. He's gonna border toss him right on top of Beer Money. Don't go anywhere. Commercial break upcoming. When we return, more of the Off the Wagon Challenge. And welcome back, everyone, to Impact. It's more the TNA World Tag Team Championship matchup, but even more than that, it's the Off the Wagon Challenge. The brainchild of Beer Money Incorporated and Homicide, down after getting stabbed in the back by James Storm, as Storm and Rude try and put LAX away, and in the process try and take their TNA careers away as well. Right before we went to the commercial break, you saw this incredible display of teamwork from the Latin American Exchange as Hernandez takes his own partner, Homicide, up into the air and border tosses him down onto both James Storm and Robert Roode. Want to remind you that all the late-breaking news about our Destination X pay-per-view is at just one place. And JB Jeremy Borash has all the scoop for you. Check it out now at TNA Mobile. Powerful move, mid-ring slam, leads to a cover, and Rude almost puts away Homicide and almost sends him away from TNA. Shot for Hernandez, takes him off the apron and down to the floor. And while referee Rudy Charles tries to hold Big Hernandez back, Beer Money with the double team on Homicide. Again, keep in mind what's at stake in this off-the-wagon challenge. Yes, Beer Money defends the TNA World Tag Team titles, but LAX risking their careers because if either Hernandez or Homicide is pinned or submitted, they must leave TNA forever, and they leave without cashing in those feast or fired cases. Homicide can challenge for the X Division title. Hernandez still has a TNA World Heavyweight Championship shot to cash in, but that would all go down the drain if either member of LAX loses tonight. Homicide on the receiving end of this beatdown from Beer Money Incorporated. Obvious that he at some point here has to do everything within his power to get Big Hernandez back in. Storm and Rude going to exploit that 5 count with a double team. They elevate him overhead, but right into the tag. And Hernandez is legal. Slingshot in, double clothesline, single clotheslines for both. Storm shot off into the corner, goes right into his partner, and then he gets sandwiched as the 300-pounder comes crashing down across the back of Storm. Shirt off, Rude tossed across the ring. Here goes Storm for the ride. He tries to stop, tries to overpower Hernandez. That's not going to happen. Taken up in a backbreaker. Right down across the shoulder. Oh, but as Hernandez comes right at Rude, he gets caught by the boot. Cross body block attempt out of the corner. Hernandez catches him up. Sit out powerbomb. Here's 1, here's 2, and Storm leaps across. Desperation move at the last second to break up the pin attempt. And the potential opportunity for LAX to become TNA World Tag Team Champions. Title belts on the line. Careers of LAX as well in this off-the-wagon challenge. Sandwich-style clothesline by Hernandez on Storm. As he goes towards Rude, Rude fights back. Answers, knife-edge chops. Big right hand takes him down to one knee. And as Rude comes off the ropes, he gets shot off into the air with the shoulder block. Hernandez tries to regroup. Homicide is recovered. Homicide's going to charge at both Beer Money. Goes for the baseball slide again. And the communication problems arise as Storm and Rude take out each other. And here comes the big man. The big man's going to fly. The amazing physical ability and agility of Supermex Hernandez on display. Homicide chasing Jacqueline from around the ringside area. She heads to the back of the impact zone. Rude going to try and turn it around here on Homicide and does. fires him off, chest first right into the guardrail. Hernandez takes Storm's beer bottle and spits the beer right in his face, right in his eyes. He's got Storm blinded. He doubles him over with the boot. He's got him up on his shoulder, but keep your eyes on Rude. Robert Roode in with the steel chair. Oh, man, what a shot. Steel chair shot to the top of the head of Hernandez, and referee Rudy Charles has called for the bell and the immediate disqualification of the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Beer Money Incorporated. Quite honestly, they have just saved their TNA Tag Team titles. LAX on the verge of victory, and then Storm shoots Homicide off, and Rude hits him right in the face with the chair again. While Beer Money continue the beatdown, you hear that familiar entrance music, and from the side, here comes Brother Ray, Brother Devon, as Team 3D slides in to check on the fallen LAX. Beer Money Incorporated backing up the ramp. You see by the motion of Brother Devon, Team 3D, they have their sights set on the TNA Tag Team titles.
You know something? For the past couple of weeks, you've been issuing an open challenge to any team that want to come out here to fight you.
It doesn't matter because we're the best!
And every time you beat a team, the guy you beat has to leave TNA.
Very good. Very good. You're smarter than you look, fat boy.
You affect his livelihood.
Yep.
You affect his family.
Yep.
You affect the ability for him to feed his family and put food on his table.
Yep.
That's pretty low in my book.
Yep.
And you can keep sitting there and saying, yup, all you want, because we're about to say, yup, to something ourselves.
What's he talking about?
You see, I know of this tag team who want to fight you.
Good.
By the way, this tag team has won tag team titles 21 mother times. Do you want to take a guess who that tag team might be? Destination X, Beer Money, Team 3D, TNA World Tag Team titles. Oh, my brother! Testify!
Yes, TNA returns to pay-per-view Sunday, March the 15th, live from Orlando, Florida with Destination X. And as you just heard, it's made, it's official. It's the off-the-wagon challenge for the TNA World Tag Team titles, Team 3D against Beer Money Incorporated. Also, get ready for the finals of the One Night with ODB. Plus, it's the return of the high-risk Ultimate X match. TNA Knockout Championship on the line. The challenger, Sojourner Bolt, to face the champion, the dominant Awesome Kong. Plus, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, to face Samoa Joe. And in the main event for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, it is going to be Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, one-on-one against the Icon Sting. It's the battle of the members of the Main Event Mafia. And as you can see, the Godfather, the leader, the founder of the Main Event Mafia, the man who gets his wish at Destination X, sending Main Event Mafia to security to the back, and now Kurt Angle's picked up a microphone here off the broadcast table.
Hey, boss. Hey, boss. Are you looking for me? Because I'm looking for you. Are you taping up? Are you getting ready? Huh? You want to suspend me?
You want to take money out of my pocket and give it to those young punks to buy new suits? Did you have your fun? Did you get your rocks off? Because now I am sick, twisted, over the top demented. Thanks to you and Sting. So tonight, I am going to eat you alive, Jeff, as an appetizer. And for the main course, it'll be Sting at Destination X.
The showdown that we've anticipated all night, it's about to go down because Jeff Jarrett is headed to the Impact Zone to confront Kurt Angle. We heard TNA founder Jeff Jarrett say he's no longer an active wrestler. But this is not about having a wrestling match. As Jarrett said, he's not coming out to fight Kurt Angle. He's coming out to kick Kurt Angle's ass, and it's on! It all started tonight when Jeff Jarrett announced the suspension of Kurt Angle for the violent and uncalled for attacks on both Jarrett and Mick Foley last week. Angle not only refused to stay away for a week, he went ballistic when he found out that TNA and Jarrett used his salary to buy new suits for several of the frontline members. Angle attempted to take back what he considers his own property. It led to brutal attacks, first on Consequences Creed, then Jay Lethal, and then Eric Young. And as we are witnessing here tonight, Jeff Jarrett just couldn't stand by. He just couldn't watch Kurt Angle figuratively spit in his face, spit in the face of his authority. And as he promised, this has turned into an Angle ass-kicking. Oh, and as you see, Angle takes Jarrett up into the air and crotches him right across that steel rail. Going to enable Angle to recover and try and unleash the offense on Jarrett with a big right hand to the top of the head and another shot. Look at the ferocity of those blows. Since the formation of the Main Event Mafia back in October, we have seen so many unique situations here in TNA. I'm thinking back to the empty arena match between Kurt Angle and Sting. And now the continuation of this. These two men have been going at it since August of last year. And the hatred between Jeff Jarrett and Kurt Angle has grown. And has grown, it's reached this point. I have to tell you, at the start of this Impact broadcast, with Angle being suspended, this is the last thing that I thought we would ever see tonight. And leave it to Angle to take the shortcut. The low blow leads to the series of punches, and Jarrett crashes down onto the concrete. Angle taking Jarrett to the back, and oh, Jarrett reverses and throws Angle right into the steel guardrail and the wall. And Jarrett takes Angle again and throws him headfirst right into the wall. Get him up, Jarrett! Get him up! Think of how symbolic this is as Mick Foley and Team 3D congratulate the founder of TNA. Kurt Angle ends up outside, just where he should have been on a night when Jeff Jarrett suspended him for his actions of last week. How will Kurt Angle and Sting respond next week on Impact? What's going to happen to the future of the Main Event Mafia and the future of TNA when they meet at Destination X?